All right. Hey, it's Amy from Alt 99.7 with Dexter and Noodles from the Offspring. I'm geeked to talk to you guys, and we're just going to jump right in because we have limited time. So, no hi, how are yous, okay?
Okay.
First, let's start. Dexter, or should I call you Dr. Holland? You received your doctorate in molecular biology. My first question would really be, what's it like to be good at two things?
Well, it's not just two. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I was going to say. The hot sauce, the flying planes, the virology, writing hooks, man.
No one's asked about the hot sauce lately because they're all asking me about the doctorate. So
that's right.
I've kind of screwed
it back.
I've screwed myself over by getting. Oh, there it is. Okay,
bring it back to the hot sauce too.
But what made you?
He's way more casual. He doesn't make you call him Dr. Holland. He makes you call him Dr. Dex because that's how he rolls.
Dr. Dex.
Yeah. That's a doctor that you definitely get your legal medicinal marijuana prescription from. Dr. Dex.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk. So we're on Alt 99.7 here in Columbia, South Carolina. I run a classic rock station. We play you guys on both. And I think it's incredible to see such it spanned a few decades. And last week, Smash turned, 27 years old. What is something from the start of your career to today? What is something that you learned or maybe something that you changed your mind on?
Wow.
A broad question.
Yeah. I think we're always learning things. Fortunately, we learn, but we tend to not mature much. So we still gravitate to the same kind of music that we always loved. We fell in love with as young people finding our place in this world. But I think we're maybe a little bit better at expressing ideas now or thoughts, just, making it a little bit more concise and a little bit more.
Yeah. I used to always say that lyrics aren't important at all. It was very secondary to me in writing songs. And now I feel like that they are important. I spend more time on it.
Well, take us through your creative process, because I know this album took a few years. Is it something that you feel, is it a perfectionist standpoint, or do you enjoy being able to be casual in a time frame rather than like, okay, we have a deadline, we got to get this out?
Yeah, well, I write all the time and we record all the time, but we do it more in short bursts now. About 2 weeks in the studio at a time is as much as we can take. I think it is important to step back from time to time and give yourself a week and then listen to it again, because you've heard the stuff 100 times in a row when you're in the studio. So that's kind of changed, but I try to come in with an idea sort of in mind, and then we kind of flesh it out in the studio.
Do you guys have your roles? Does somebody handle the chords, the instrumentation of it? Does somebody handle the lyrics, or do you guys all work together?
We do work together. Dexter and I both play guitar, and there are certain passages that his guitar playing is better suited for, and then there's certain things that my playing is better suited for. So we kind of hash that out, but a lot of times we're just, when it's still in the idea stage, we just kind of bounce ideas back and forth on guitar in here. And then Bob also kind of chimes in too.
Our producer, Bob Rock, really helps with all that kind of instrumentation and arranging stuff.
Let the Bad Times Roll comes out at such a perfect time when I think we're all in that mood. Like at this point, if you asked us a year ago, it might be a different story, but I think at this point we're all like, bring it on. What does hearing that song like in your car or wherever you're listening to it, what does that kind of inspire in you?
I think that's exactly it. People have had so much going on the last year. It's like, oh my God, how much more can we take? And so you almost get to that point where let's get to this chorus, which sounds funny to talk about a fun chorus in this context, but it's almost fun. Like, bring it on. What else do you got?
Well, they say when you're going through hell, keep going. So it's like, all right, come on, let's go.
Don't you find that having a sense of humor about things allows you to endure so much more, though?
Definitely.
It's a coping mechanism. This song is a coping mechanism.
I like that way to describe it. There's a big conversation going on, specifically in alt radio, about what alternative music really is. So what is alternative music to you guys?
Oh gosh, for me it's something new that I haven't heard before. Whether it's just a song or a whole type of music, really.
Anything new from the Offspring, for sure, is alternative.
All new, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, no question about that. But no, I think the thing about alternative is that it was always very different, and there was a wide spectrum of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that today from everything, and from Billie Eilish to Weezer and everything in between.
The way people consume music is so different now. With streaming, it's really, it opens the platform out for, a lot more people, because you can maybe take some of that middleman out. But also, it means there's so much more out there. This is like a multi-part question. I'll ask it one at a time. But like, does the way people consume music, does that make you want to distribute your music differently compared to the traditional like album? There's a single, and an album format.
Well, it makes you have to look at how music is distributed and makes you distribute it differently, I guess. We went in and we made a record. We took our time to get a whole record done and released it. But nobody really buys records anymore. It is, but we still see it like that. And actually, fortunately, there are people that still buy LPs and keep the art of that all alive, all the artwork and liner notes and all that.
We had that discussion. Should we bother worrying about an album? Why not just put out singles or EPs or whatever? But at the end of the day, it didn't feel right for us. It's like, we're a band, we're a rock band, or whatever you call it, and
alternative
rock.
Alternative for this one. Yeah.
we should be making records. That's why we took a little extra time to finish up this as a collection of songs, as an album.
I'm a huge fan of listening to records, and whenever an artist puts a record out, I listen to it 2 times. Once in the order it was, given to me, and then also I just listen to it on shuffle to kind of pick out my own songs. What's your rhyme or reason for Let the Bad Times Roll, putting the songs in the order that you put them? Am I putting too much thought in it, or do you guys do that?
No, we certainly do, think about that, because you want it to kind of flow. You want it to have a feng shui to it, right?
That's right.
Both meaning and musically. It really does just tend, it comes down to how do you feel? How are you feeling about all this? Both lyrically and musically, though. And that's something we do spend a lot of time, trying to think about.
As a band that's been around, for so long, people are still discovering you. They're still new to the Offspring. What if you have 3 songs that people are like, okay, got to go comb through this, 10 disc catalog that you guys have? What do you think are your favorite 3 songs that they should check out?
Oh man. Yeah. See, once you start saying favorite, then it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
It's like parents. I know you have one.
Yeah, totally. Right. Yeah.
Come Out and Play is kind of like, if you're going to get someone into the Offspring, that's the gateway song.
Come Out
the
and Play,
gateway
for
drug,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe start with that one. And then The Kids Aren't All Right has always seemed to be a favorite with so many people. And I'd pick that one.
And then I think Let the Bad Times Roll.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you kind of see how it's going and where we are today. And I think you'll see a thread tying all those songs together.
I know it's hard to future plan at this point. It's more like, maybe 3-4 weeks at a time, and that's it. But any future tour plans, anything that you're looking forward to getting back out on the road? Can we expect that from you guys?
We plan tours all the time. We just
we've had tours planned the last year and a half.
Unfortunately, it's out of our control, of course, and sometimes the dates have to be rescheduled, or they slide them, or they just cancel them. And we've got some stuff booked that they think is going to happen. I get the feeling out there that people are more optimistic just in the last couple of weeks that things that are getting booked are actually going to come to be.
And I have a last and final question for you. If you randomly ran into Tony Hawk in public, do you think you'd be able to recognize who he is?
Yeah, we actually did some shows with Tony when he was doing the Boom Boom Huck Jam, and we know him fairly well. But I wouldn't. I know those chiseled good looks anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Let the Bad Times Roll. It was so great to talk to you guys. I'm fangirling out a little bit. So as soon as we disconnect from here, I'm going to go scream into the void, because I grew up, I still have CDs, like tangible CDs from you guys. So I'm pretty geeked. This has been pretty awesome for me. So I really appreciate the time today.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you, Amy.
Nice speaking with you.
All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.
I hope so. Take care.